get into today's video, I want to tell you a little bit about the base. The cost of the base is 650 high qual, 34k metal frags, and 28k stone. The upkeep of the base is 111 high qual, 4.6k metal frags, and 4k stone. Easily doable for a trio. Entering the base, we have an airlock with a shotgun trap, and a jump up to the 3rd level. A little bit of loot space behind you. Over here we have our tier 2, a few sleeping bags, and just another looter. Continuing through the base, just more loot space. This 3rd floor is mainly just utility space, so there's nothing special up here. However, we do have a bedroom here, and obviously we have our entrance down to the next floor. We have some furnaces here for cooking up, no more storage, and the first bunker. This one just houses 4 large boxes, there's 2 of them like this. Now we have our tier 3 and our man bags in this area. We have loot space above each bunker, like so. Obviously the entrance is a little different. Here's the main bunker. We have a locker with some kits in here. Obviously this would be closed, so this is like a last line of defense. We have boxes up top, just extra storage, and boxes below with TC. Obviously you put a window here. Going back up here real quick, I'll show you the last bunker. Pretty simple. The starter for this base is a little unique, so you're gonna have to stay with me for a second. We used low walls around the entire bottom, and then put normal walls around the rest. You can then wall this all in and such. TC goes somewhere like here, doesn't matter too much. And put a double door here. This overhead part can be used for storage, but for now we'll just wall it in like so. This is a good place to put your beginning furnaces, and small box or 2. Of course you want a bag or 2 as well. This is a starter. Obviously we're going to be expanding a lot from here. Coming outside, we're going to place some foundations that we won't be able to place later. So let's get these down now. Around each side like this, we're going to be placing 2 triangle foundations here. And 2 triangle foundations here. Like so. So coming off from this triangle, you see we have this. We repeat this on all sides. At this point, we're ready to multi-TC. Make sure to pay attention as it's a little different than what you may be used to. We start out by going 10 squares out, returning with 3 half moons, placing a square, then 2 triangles, then 3 raised triangles. You'll see what I mean. As you see here, this is how we place our external TC. We have 3 squares followed by a circle of triangles with our TC and that doored compartment. I know it's a little weird of a visual. I went ahead and upgraded the foundations as you see here. It's the same on all sides, so don't be too confused. Alright, to show a little expansion now, we're going to be sheet metaling in this triangle here on both sides. This is a conditional part for our bunker. Alright, now we place these here, like so. We have a little gap here that enables the bunker, and we place our walls here. I suggest placing your next walls like this, as to leave space because this will be honeycomb. By doing this, we'll be able to hide a gap later, but for now, it's okay to leave it open. Okay, I'm going to come up here and cap these off as well. I do suggest you make a twig build up here. Obviously mine's out of metal right now, but it should be twig just to get up to the next floor. Okay, we're going to seal this entire area off. Door frame goes here, and a wall frame goes there. Alright, at this point, connect a roof here to this side to the IGC, instead of the IRTC. This one is connected to the IRTC. This one's connected to the IRTC. Sorry if this is confusing. It's a little hard to explain. Coming back up top, you can just rotate that again. So, like so. Okay. Now at this point, we have what would be our first bunker. Eventually, you want to garage door this off, but for now, let's just put a double door, and I'm going to show you how the bunker operates. Okay, we place a sheet metal wall here. Obviously, this will be upgraded a little sooner, but for now, it's okay. We have a gap over here. Now, standing anywhere over here, or up in here, we can grab a roof and place it here. Obviously, it should be twig, but by doing so, it should open the bunker like so, and now we have a different entrance into our main base. So we have an entrance through the bunker. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to honeycomb this. Obviously, I had to wait on this, but whenever you do have the resources, I suggest you do it. It's not going to hurt you by any means. I'm just going to fly up here, but obviously you'd have to do a little build up. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to mirror this on all 3 sides, as obviously it's a 3 bunker base, not a 1 bunker. Once you reach a similar point that I am right now, I suggest you pick where your drop down is going to be. Obviously, this is the bunker to main core, so you don't want the entrance right above it. So you either pick here or you pick here. It doesn't really matter for the defendability, however, it's kind of just personal preference, so I let you do it yourself. Here we go. You can place these bunker walls. Obviously, I'm just downgrading here, so at this point we can cap these off of the ones that you don't want to use. I'm going to personally use this one, so I'm going to make a half floor jump up here and place my frame like so to create that additional piece to form. Okay. Okay, at this point, I'm going to start doing everything in stone, as this 3rd floor is kind of just extra loot space, kind of do whatever you want with it, so to speak. So we're not going to be doing much with this, so it's more entirely personal preference, so I'm not going to dictate your actions on this one. Also on the top floor, you gotta pick an entrance, so this is where main bunker is, so I don't suggest you put it there, and instead I suggest you put it here. And at the same time, you should probably just honeycomb this. This is honeycomb into the bunker. This should be sheet metal, by the way. I'm just upgrading to stone because I'm dumb. Okay. So as we see here, this is main bunker on this side. So I'm gonna pick this side personally. However, it's entirely up to you. So here's how this is. I'm going to personally do this little kind of airlock system. However, you could really make this entrance however you'd like. I'm going to put a first jump up here for myself. If you want to get a half height floor, it's a little annoying, so I suggest coming around like this. Same with this door. Place is a little weird, so the best way to do it is from below, I believe. There you go. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay guys, I'm going to speed through the process of placing the 3rd floor, as it's pretty simple and self-explanatory. If you have any questions, ask me in the description. At this point, we want to get those roof ramps to main entrance outside, and to finish the honeycomb out there, because it's obviously needed. So, coming outside the base now, we're going to be placing everything as I do here, to honeycomb, and to give us an entrance into our base. Coming back down in there to our bunker, we haven't honeycombed any of this. I suggest we do so. All seems good. It's time to start adding doors. If you still have sheet metal doors, it's time to remove those. Garage doors are always the best. This is our main door path, so obviously we do want a garage door there. Coming down to here, this is main core. It's time to actually upgrade it, because right now it's not really upgraded. This foundation can be reached by just jumping in here, and it's just upgrading everything around it to armored. Rotate this wall as it's a different bunker. This wall should stay the same. This wall, armored, armored. This one should be rotated because it's another bunker. Also suggest upgrading the triangle foundations that are pointing outwards, so these three. This middle one can just be sheet metal, doesn't really matter, you could leave it stone. Next we can keep upgrading to armored. And don't forget these roofs up here. At this point the core is fully armored. Make sure you get this piece as well. And it's time to start armoring the bunkers, but this is the main stuff you're going to want to armor no matter what, I'd say. Place a shelf in here for storage. I personally just fit 4 large boxes in here, but you could do more if you want. Personal preference on all these things. I suggest adding another garage door here. We're going to have one here. And this is where I'd move those bags if you had them in there too. Just for a little extra kitting. Cool. Above here we can fit a good amount of storage. It's not much, but I'm going to do it a less cramped way, so if you want it done differently, it'll be a little more cramped. I'm just going to do that. You can do more up here if you want. At this point, I suggest armoring these tiles. This is the top of the bunkers, and whatever path I take, that's a good one to get going. Also, these bunkers, I personally use shelves in these, however, there are other ways to do them. This is all personal preference, so if you don't like the way I'm doing it, I suggest you just go on a build server and make your own. So you can jump out of here. Place these as far back as you can. Prevent breaking of the bunkers, or more of the boxes, I mean. Then we're going to do the same thing for the other bunker that's not the TC. Here we obviously have TC. But this one, we can just do another shelf. You can obviously do something different here if you wish. There's better ways to get more storage in here. I'm just doing something quick and easy. At this point, we need to do the final HKM upgrades. Obviously, probably should have done this before I placed the bunkers. However, you want to come to this wall, rotate it inwards. Yep. This wall here. Flooring doesn't really matter, but this wall as well. At this point, this bunker is fully HQ'd. Should do this for all the bunkers if we can, especially if you have the resources. I don't expect you to have them right away, but if you do, it's very beneficial. Something to note, we need shotgun traps here, and there's no amazing way to place them that most people say. However, this is the best placement that I have found to keep people out. By doing this, it will basically give you a really good chance of them not being able to get in your bunkers, and they'll close if they go above it, or, you know, try to get into it. And also, it acts as a little bit of a jump up, so if you fall in when the bunker isn't open, you can use this as a jump up, and obviously, you can still place your roof. Above the bunkers, you can only do this for 2 of them because one's the entrance. You can just place 4 large boxes. You can do something else up here, but I just chose to put storage up here. It doesn't have to be perfect as you have extra space because of it being multi-TC. Obviously, it looks really ugly here, but it's easy to do. Same with this one. You can also get more storage if you put a triangle above. However, I just don't see a point in doing it right now, as you can use it for other space or other utility items if you wish. At this point, we also should upgrade. No, main bunker. That'd be kind of smart. Alright, all good. At this point, the main build is over, so all there's left to do is place deployables on the 3rd floor, so stick around if you want to see that. Alright guys, I hope you had a good day, and enjoy the rest.